Start streaming. And hello, citizens of the internet. Yeah, we're back.
Woo! We're returned.
It's that time again.
It's the return of the Mac. It's actually a really good song, not gonna lie. But let's go. It's time once again.
Yes, as soon as I get the link out to places.
I like your new new username, Chad.
Oh, thank you.
Right,
That's actually something that Raptor made for me like last year.
only took a quick on the draw, aren't you, Chad?
Oh,
Yes.
we used it for something else. Why did I have you make that, Raptor?
It was for Dungeons and Dragons, like a very strange Dungeons and Dragons campaign.
If memory serves me right,
No.
like someone like called you like father of beans, like a religious figure.
Oh.
So
God,
you asked me to
King
make
of
that.
Beans.
Yes,
Hello, Anthony. How are you doing?
What's up,
You wanna-
Anthony?
you are no longer just the bean daddy. You are the bean god.
The Bean Supreme.
Dory
Supreme Bean.
May intensifies.
Oh, God.
Doughy beans.
What a...
Hello, Kay. How are you
Hi, Kay.
doing?
Hey.
You scrambling?
Squimblin.
Scrambling, still no idea what the fuck she's talking about with that.
Grumble. That's all there is to it.
I scrambled all day. Nice.
I have returned. It is storming here, and my Wi-Fi went out. Isn't that fun?
Oh, yes.
I am on my phone. If my audio sucks, you know.
Big storm coming in, so I may get knocked out. Yeah, it says that the storm's supposed to be coming my way too, but from the weather radar, it looks like it might be avoiding me.
Yep, you heard that one, I'm sure.
I did.
Yeah. That's actually God trying to stop me from reading any more of this. But
I'm not trying to stop
it
you.
won't work. Yeah, I get it. I get the joke.
The joke be I blaspheme.
Don't you mean last bean?
Got him.
I funny. I make the funny.
Indeed.
Sorry, I've been quiet. I'm typing up something, but I'm almost done.
Kenzie, she do a type.
Yes.
Back to
That's what I
hunting
do.
dongs. Will there be anger towards the author? Chokes about Mr. Saka's fingers. Will I show no mercy and beg for Ash Williams to end this? The answer is yes, of course. Speaking of Mr. Saka, we've got a great background image today, thanks to Raptor. So without further ado, I will.
Wi-Fi's back on my computer. Ooh.
Also, Kay, your invention of the word scramble is my favorite thing. I love it.
That sounds disease.
Simp.
What? Okay.
No, I mean Kenzie.
Oh,
okay.
Oh.
I am also a woman.
Doesn't matter, you're still complimenting a woman.
Women can be simp. Let's be real.
I mean, I
knows no
compliment
gender.
myself on a daily basis. Does that mean I'm a simp for myself?
Yeah.
No, it doesn't
Yes.
work that way. Hello,
Oh.
Cam.
That's just a king supporting a king.
Scrunching on
Okay.
some food. Kay, what the fuck are you talking about?
What the fuck are you talking about, Jesse?
I need a dictionary use on squanchy and squamblin, so I may use them correctly.
Romplin.
Alright, so, are we ready to begin?
Sure.
I'm ready.
Alright, we're on chapter 15, or 14.
Yep.
So, starts with an author's note, so you're up, Kens.
Hang on. My friend texted me to wish me a belated happy birthday.
Oh. Happy's a birth.
Okay, let's do this.
I believe there might be beds involved in this chapter.
Oh, guys, don't you get ready. Here's your opportunity now to run.
Yeah.
Warning. Mentions of sexual situations.
Oh.
Possible trigger warnings. Very brief. Read with caution. I apologize if this chapter and a few more seem heavily focused on Toby and Biofem. There is a reason, though. Yeah, we know why.
Yeah, you want to fuck them. That's the reason's been pretty obvious throughout the story.
Alright.
Oh, God.
And
Oh,
Kens,
God.
you get the first line.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, You've gotta be joking.
You could not believe your eyes, as there was only one bed in the room. Not to
Oh,
mention
fuck
it
it,
seemed like
Doris.
a mattress big enough for one, maybe two if squeezed together. Yeah, I can tell that this author has never actually slept with anyone, whether just literally just sleeping or sexually. The whole maybe two if you squeeze together. No, that doesn't work.
Yeah, unless it's a children's bed. But can I just point out how there has been, like, we knew going in that there was gonna be like, oh, this is a shipping story.
Yeah.
But
There's gonna be
that
something eventually.
reading up for 13 chapters, there has actually been no indication of any romance blossoming between the self-insert character and Tiki Toby. And then
Or
suddenly,
anyone.
at the 14th chapter, suddenly we're thrown in guns a-blazing into, oh no, there is only one bed cliche.
Clearly, there's more chemistry between her and Mr. Sokka than fucking Tiki Toby. Just like he comes out of nowhere, yeah.
Oh, poor Mr. Sokka.
He was
It is.
tucked.
His dead wife.
Unfortunately, you were picked from him at an convenient time. At an convenient time. God damn it.
Oh.
And
Oh.
even so, it would not spark a chance to get another bed placed into the room if there was a heads up. What? Hello,
That
Bagel.
doesn't make sense. Howdy, Bagel.
Hi, Bagel.
This room didn't look like it
Run.
had enough space anyway. A long, awkward squeak sounds off as he closes the door behind him. How is a squeak awkward?
If it sounded like a fart, maybe.
It sounded like someone screaming for like 3 seconds.
Then you hear like more creaking from the door and there's subtitles. Oh no, that wasn't a fart. Separating you two from the others, strangely making you feel more comfortable and relaxed.
Shut up.
Wait, what? You
Yeah, why?
just said this was making you uncomfortable.
Oh, the author loves contradicting themselves in the same sentence.
Though the idea of having to share a bed with him kept swimming around in your mind.
Swimming.
Why do you end the sentence there? You dipshit. You'd rather take the floor with no blankets and pillows than to have to latch onto him so you don't fall off and land on the floor at any time of the night. Yeah, that's not how that works again.
That's you literally. You don't have to touch. It doesn't matter.
You already had enough bruises and cuts as it is. You didn't need any more. Yeah, let's worry about your injuries, not about your possibly dead mother.
Or the fact you're in a room with a fucking serial killer.
Or that you're
Like-
kidnapped.
Jesus.
Or the fact your only friend's a rat.
Kenzie.
No,
is
this
that-
isn't me.
Raptor.
That's Toby. Toby Mitchell
Yeah.
himself.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry about this.
Your ears twitch at his words, and you turn slowly to look at him. The expression on his face was unrecognizable. His fucking
Yes, he's
mouth
wearing a
like opened
mask.
up. His like eyes like fucking like tilted sideways or something. I don't know. His eyes search around the somewhat dusty floor as if he'd find some sort of guide to go about with how weird this felt. Why is
Oh.
he weird? I don't know.
Pause for a moment. So
Yeah.
Anthony says the romance will come in the ending and sequels, which reminded me. So
There.
as I scrolled down, I noticed
Yep.
Hunting Dogs Never Take It.
Oh,
The new
Oh.
sequel as of 2 weeks ago.
I'm going to starve myself to death.
Well, Jesus, Grant.
Yeah, I'm right. I gotta keep it creative, you know. I can't just keep saying I'm going to like stab myself or something.
I hate everything. The rat is Biochan's only friend who happens to like soft tacos.
Why does Toby feel weird about this? This surely isn't the only time they've kidnapped someone, right?
It's
Because
the only
maybe Toby has this poorly established split personality too, just like the other proxies, where
Because
now that he's not killing, he's fine, and he's just like, yeah, sorry about this.
Or maybe it's
yeah.
because this is the first time that Toby's wanted to stab one of his victims, but not with a knife. Hey,
I
hey.
hate you. I hate you so
Or
much. Like, you are
Or maybe
actually like the most despicable person on this stream right now.
Yeah, I know.
I made y'all read this, so
Damn.
yeah, that's
Oh
saying
yeah,
a
no,
lot.
you actually suck more.
But what
Even
about
with
me?
other,
Am I despicable?
no, you're fine. You haven't
Yes,
done
you're
nothing.
just the least right now.
Yay.
They're still
Even
going.
with-
Well, Cam, that's what she said.
But tis. Even with other prisoners, they either had a room for them, though no bed was granted, and would be lucky to have anything to eat or use for a bathroom. How do you fucking know? Unfortunately, you were picked from him. Oh yeah, that's wrong. Jesus, I'm fucked.
So
You're-
she is a prisoner. So why is she sleeping in the same room?
I don't know.
Why
Why
is
don't
she
they
not just kept in the basement?
Because
It
then
doesn't
they
matter.
wouldn't get this. They wouldn't get this. Ooh, they have to share a bed. Scene.
It-
You know,
It doesn't matter.
they can't have
Nothing
a Twilight.
matters.
This story is given Raptor depression. Unless they proved themselves, then they would get an upgrade. But it was either a bare room.
They get what is this, like a hotel? Oh, you've stayed with us so many times. We're going to upgrade you to like a penthouse.
Also, they are murderers who are keeping people prisoners.
No.
What chances are they getting to prove themselves? What, did they put them through an American Ninja Warrior obstacle course?
No, you guys
No.
don't understand. The upgrade is actually they get injected with liquid hate and become super soldier.
If they live through the hate, they get promoted to a proxy.
Metal Gear pasta.
Or possibly being used for their bodies, for the men's pleasure in any way they see fit.
What?
Uh,
Okay,
I'm
moving swiftly
sure.
along.
I'm
What?
sure what she meant because they're stabby men,
Yeah.
is that their
Maybe.
bodies were used for knife stabby purposes. And notice how I used the word knife, Manny. But
Also, how is this an
yeah,
upgrade? How is this
that
an upgrade to not having anything in a bedroom?
this is just this sentence makes me uncomfortable. So
Game
many
call.
questions.
Not in a good way for a horror story, by the way. It just makes me like.
Although the
Makes me
thought
want
of
to punch
them,
the author.
the thought of them putting their prisoners through an American Ninja Warrior obstacle course does make me giggle.
That is quite
And
a funny.
we're rolling
Funny
with that. That's
Yes,
now canon.
And imagine it's specifically Bio-chan with the feat that I drew for her trying to do that challenge.
And with the volleyballs like bouncing and hitting her in the face.
It's not dark, that's the upgrade. Jesus.
Toby, though, never took part of it.
Shush.
Toby, though, never took part of it. Yeah, he was pretty rough with them, and if anything, used them as beating bags.
Giggity.
That's not what they're called, author, you fucking baboon.
Why did I just imagine, like, it's like he treats them like beanie babies?
Yeah. You'll be worth
Has a little
something in
tea
20
party with
years,
them.
I promise.
Wanna make them spleeny babies?
That was quite a stretch. That was a stretch, Raptor, I'm not gonna lie.
And I don't
Like
fucking
how
get
he
it.
stretches the organs.
It's because of cock.
I'm just imagining him, like, holding Bio-chan down. It's like, hold on, I need to give you this ear piercing. It's just like a giant heart-shaped tag with her name written inside.
I wouldn't be the type of person to get frisky unless he cared about them or there was consent. Okay.
Oh, so at least he's a considerate murderer.
Oh, Jesus Christ, the next line. Kenzie, have fun with that. Have fun reading that, Kenzie.
I don't wanna. Just give me a minute to have a good cry.
No crying.
Take your moment. Oh, good God.
Okay. He wasn't a virgin, so that much was okay.
What the
But
fuck?
the way it was taken from him wasn't.
What?
Alright, nope.
Okay.
Need to go back to having another cry.
Okay, wait. I'm reading through this paragraph, see if
Trials for becoming a proxy were very unsettling. You could expect the worst, but you'd still have to double, even triple it.
Does that even mean?
I know what she meant, but again, that's not how you should write it like
if
that.
you were expecting to get stabbed, you actually get stabbed 3 times.
Well, it's like, how do you even put a numerical value on this shit?
Jesus Christ.
Like, you could just say, like, you could expect this, but you'd still... It's just a funky sentence, but...
There's no good way to write the sentence, I'd say.
Anyway, there are no words to describe how he actually felt, so please don't try.
Yeah.
And before that, he was an abusive relationship. He was the relationship.
Yeah,
and it was an abusive one.
He was both people, and he was an asshole to himself.
Yeah, you forgot the in, sweetie. And the girl only cared about him because of his... Alright, give me a minute to cry again.
Just keep going.
Only cared about him because of his charm and how skinny he was.
He has like a neck charm. He has like a little bracelet with a charm on.
Apparently,
tasteless way to describe an eating disorder. We'll leave it at that.
Well, no, not even that. It's just a line about that she's fetishizing an eating disorder.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, putting a warning on this doesn't make the fact that you put it in your story better.
Yeah. Bagel says, because of his massive, throbbing good heart.
Fuck you, Michael.
That was a good to throw him off the trail.
It wasn't even the type of attraction that some people still think of today, like the skinnier you are, the prettier you are type of thing, which made it worse. Ooh, societal commentary.
But
No, I won't say that.
One moment, guys.
Should I keep going, or?
Yeah.
After all, he was looking rather small and weak.
Well, I mean,
And
I'm sorry, but he just commented about how, like, sometimes they don't even have food in the house, so that's to be expected.
Not to mention that, yeah, he's so small and weak and malnourished, but still apparently proved himself enough to Slender to become one of his stabby men. That's what they're called from now on. No, they're not hunting dogs, they're stabby men.
The crappy pasta stooges.
Just anything other than hunting dogs to just the most pitiful things we can think of.
Shit stains.
Here's some writing advice. Don't write things like this again. Yes, Anthony, that is some very
Well,
good advice to the author.
I mean, I could give that as advice, but then what kind of writer would I be? Anyway. And he could understand how that would look to her.
I returned. Sorry about that. I had a call.
Women are very good at manipulating men, especially if their brain
Jesus.
is already used to that sort of treatment. Just a mixture of love every now and then, and it would be enough for him to stay around. Yes.
Jesus.
Women are the good ones who are abusing people in relationships. Which I'm not saying they're not. But
it just feels a little like meninist to say it like this, I'd say.
Bio got a cease and desist from the author. Each proxy legally has to change their name to Isaac William Stabham.
Yeah, that was the author calling me to tell me that I can't review their stuff. Or, you don't have copyright. I'm perfectly capable of reading it.
You don't have copyright to use Scary Pikachu!
You can't use Sonic.exe. He's copyrighted. I don't know why I did Linkara, but...
What's so offensive about a bat credit card?
Okay. Keep moving on.
Have fun, Raptor.
Oh. It was sick, really. So with enough experience, he tries to stay away from anything that may lead up to it, as he was barely lucky to get out of that relationship after months and months of abuse, which to him was better than what he had received at home. At least his lover gave him some sort of affection, even if it was masked by toxicity.
Wait. If he was being abused, why not, just do the thing that this character is famous for and, I don't know, kill her?
Yeah. Just remember, guys, he's the murderer. And he was the victim in a relationship.
So I'm going to go out on a limb and say this was Clockwork that they're talking about. Which, that would be awful if
I doubt it.
They made Clockwork the abuser in a relationship, because, No,
I'm just going with the only thing that makes any sense. He mistook a teenager, young adult girl for a 500-pound gorilla. And that's how he was being abused.
Abused by a gorilla?
It's like, oh, sweetie, isn't it great that we have this time?
We want banana.
Manny?
Yes.
What did you smoke before we started?
I'm just saying, like, they're like, oh,
That's...
No, the proxies are like, oh, they're like super strong and they can have like super fighting abilities with knives. So the only thing that makes sense is that if he's being abused, it's by like a fucking gorilla, a wild animal.
Still, that's an out there theory even for you.
I'm going.
See,
I'm going.
here's the thing.
I'm saying that he's no. I'm saying that he's having like a chicken boo moment.
Okay.
Okay, so here's the thing. Manny's been watching a lot of fucking Joe Rogan Experience the last few days. He's been really brainwashed about the concept of gorillas being super.
To insinuate Manny would ever watch Joe Rogan. Okay. Anyway. Why are you apologizing?
Raptor.
Just had to quiet my dog down.
Oh, that's okay.
You ask, raising a eyebrow, crossing your arms a little, and rub them in an attempt to warm your skin up from the wrap coming from the window next to the bed.
Oh, she would be much warmer if she had her volleyballs.
Yes. He raises his head and looks at you. He raises his head and looks at you like you're the hard one to understand the
like
room.
You're the hard one. Hey-o.
Ha ha ha. Erection. Because it's weird. Not to mention not fair. He says it as it's the most obvious thing ever.
You kidnapped her.
She's your prisoner. And now you care that the situation isn't fair.
This is weird. Yeah, maybe it's also like you took her in a van.
Almost as if you have complete control over where she can sleep because she knows you're all killers.
Just throw her back in the basement if this is weird to you. Why is this a conflict?
What is this story? I just want, to message this writer.
Don't.
Just to ask so many. I mean, I guess there's only so many questions, but I'm like...
only do that if you could just ask, genuine civil questions.
No, yeah, obviously.
Yeah, the question of, what is wrong with you?
No, I'm not going to ask an obvious teenager those questions.
She's your prisoner, not your hotel guest.
Really? No, exactly. And it's
bring me joy.
And I guess the biggest question is that why is she not scared ever?
Oh, because
Do you not realize what kind of situation you would be in a kidnapping?
Oh, but Ken, she's strong girl boss character, so...
Literally, the fucking last guy that came into the house had no eyeballs and had gray skin. Why are you not intimidated? No!
And because this is not meant to be like an actual kidnapping situation, this is just wish fulfillment. Pure and simple.
I know Eyelash Jack and the proxies in stories aren't scary because the story itself isn't scary. But if you saw Eyelash Jack in real life, there's 9 times out of 10 you're not going to be like, oh, that's not scary at all.
You'd at least be concerned.
Wait, guys.
Terrifying.
We need to take Bio-chan to the hospital and get her neck checked out. I think she might have gotten whiplash from how quickly she went into this Stockholm syndrome.
Ayo.
Also, I would like to point out, here's the thing. Speaking of which, because I forgot to address this because I was typing when you brought up the picture. It was my idea to Photoshop the faces over Beauty and the Beast. I would like to clarify, it is not Stockholm Syndrome in Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
But I thought it was funny.
Sir, where the fuck are your eyes? What's wrong with your face?
But for real, if you saw Eyelash Jack in real life, that's a demon. You'd be scared.
Yeah.
Or if you just saw one casually munch on a kidney, you'd at least be a little
eating someone, yeah.
Actually, I'd be most concerned that he just according to the story, at least he just throws away half the kitty. Sir,
Yeah.
sir, do
Come
not.
on.
If you're gonna eat it, eat all of it, or at least put the rest in Tupperware. Put it in the fridge.
Come on, be reasonable, man. You're wasting good food.
The mansion is actually a 1-star hotel.
Okay, moving along.
If anyone gets that reference, I will be amazed.
I do not.
Mm,
Did you ever see Dunstan Checks In?
no.
Is that the fucking one with the monkey?
No.
I.
Oh, okay.
The one with the chimpanzee.
Oh, god damn it.
You just got actually.
Yes.
Well, actually, chimpanzees aren't monkeys. They have no tail.
What's his Glenn Shadix character is like secretly like an undercover hotel evaluator the whole time, and he's just being like mistreated. And near the end, he gets shot with a tranquilizer dart, and he says to like the woman in charge of the hotel, he's like, "I decided to take your hotel from a 5-star hotel to a 1-star hotel." And he's like, "Good night," and he passes out on her.
Okay,
That's
okay,
such a deep cut, Manny. Like, how is anyone supposed to get that?
Okay, I need to will actually you again, Manny, because it is not a chimpanzee, it is an orangutan.
No, it's not.
Shit. Wait,
Yeah, it is.
Johnson checks in. Wait.
No, it's
I
not.
think it might be a chimpanzee. It might be an
It's a
orangutan.
chimpanzee.
Okay, hold on.
Dustin checks in. That is a chimpanzee.
No, it's an orangutan.
No, it's not, Raptor.
Oh, wait. Yep, that's an orangutan.
Let me see.
God damn.
I'm
Yep,
almost
that's-
positive.
That's
Sam,
an orangutan. You can
Sam
tell.
the orangutan as Dunstan.
Why is that? This is the weirdest tangent on this fucking like playlist.
Also, I just gotta say I miss Glenn Shadix.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this is a fucking what is it? The Mandela effect? Because I
But sworn he
thought
was a
for
chimpanzee.
sure, like I just remember it as like a chimpanzee on the cover.
It's because it's a young chimpanzee, or not? It's a young orangutan, so it doesn't have the weird face folds yet. It just kind of looks like a monkey.
I just remember Paul Rubens always calling it Pongo Pygmaeus.
Congo Pygmaeus.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's like crawling under the tables at the party, and like some woman thinks he's looking up her dress, and her husband's like, "I catch you looking at my wife's Pongo Pygmaeus, and you're gonna be seeing next week."
Why is it called? Why they spell his name? Why they spell his name as Dunstan?
Because he's Dunstan.
Why was this movie ever made?
Because
the same
who
reason that the
demanded
film.
this movie?
The same people who watched the film Monkey Up, starring
Why in the poster that like they're on the on Big Ben apparently? Why is the kid's teeth so square looking?
I don't know.
Do you guys see that?
But Ken's apparently Ken Quapis, whatever. Apparently he demanded this.
Thank you, Ken Quapis.
Thanks, Ken.
Oh wait, it's my turn to read, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
You took note of the orangutan in the room. I'm sorry, of his twitching. He was still doing it, but less, and even the separation from his words along with stuttering seemed to go away. Oh my... Don't do this.
Yeah. He's suddenly hot because Tourette's isn't hot enough. It's hot.
No, it's gotta be like, oh, being around her made him not stutter and not twitch. Fuck off.
He's no longer crazy.
Maybe those guys just really brought out the worst of him. Okay, you mean the worst in him, and also, that's not how any of that works. You could
also,
definitely
let's just mention
why.
that the victims of the operator, who, when they're away from the operator from a significant amount of time, or at least Tim, and so presumably would have been Brian as well,
yeah,
are completely normal. They're the bad guys. They're the ones who bring out the worst in him.
Yeah, time away from him and whatever the medication was.
The author doesn't understand a thing about Marble Hornets. Oh boy, I love it. Maybe instead of paying attention to like the character names and like certain scenes, you should have paid attention to like overall themes and the actual story.
But that's not hot. Okay. That's not attractive. That's not sexy.
I mean, this person didn't pay enough attention to realize that Tim doesn't have bangs, so...
He has fucking rockin' sideburns, though.
Oh, of course. Guys, it was mental drugs. It was mental drugs.
Yeah, they rubbed it onto his skin.
Alright, I'm sorry, the voice for that one was, we gave you some mental drugs to improve your mental state.
Okay. We're getting sidetracked a lot today.
Okay, so I'm sorry, Raptor, but remember to read his lines, at least for now, with less stuttering.
Okay. But that thing better not get close to me!
He's
fucking constipated?
He points to Big and you let out a laugh that you didn't register as your own before afterwards?
What?
You didn't register as your own before after...
That's the worst way you could possibly write that. I understand what you mean. I understand what you mean, author, but please just write more than one draft before you publish it on the internet.
You know what? This kid probably was high, like on cough syrup or something. Like, oh, yeah, see, I'm getting high just like all the cool kids.
They're not high on cough syrup, they're high on fucking glue.
I just am actually starting to seriously consider that English was not their native language.
There's no goddamn way it wasn't.
Okay. It brought out the worst in him. They started shooting out of every orifice of his body. Wait.
What?
Since, Bagel, you spelled it W-U-R-S-T, don't you mean it brat out the worst in him?
Okay. Okay.
Biochunk cured his insanity and stuttering as well. Fucking hell. Alright.
Do you know if you have a woman, your stuttering just immediately disappears?
Like, the old joke is that, like, guys start stuttering around, like, women that they're attracted to.
Yeah, but guys with Tourette's stop stuttering.
This is so fucking offensive to people who actually have Tourette's. God
or have any, like, mental disorder or...
Again, it's disability blackface.
Yes.
This might be worse.
Bagel says, ha 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 ha, punch. Brain is slowly melting away and my English is dying. Sorry, Anthony. Alright, how weird it felt to find humor at a time like this. What are you talking? You seem perfectly calm.
You have laughed multiple times since coming here.
Especially with a person who could just end your life at any moment.
Oh, you're still gonna fuck him though, aren't you?
Especially with a person who could just end your life at any moment. Then fucking act like it.
Why are we acting like this is just a normal thing that's occurring? Like this is some beach episode in an anime. You're getting kidnapped.
This isn't a schoolyard bully. You're acting as if they're the naughty kids from school.
Well, oh, wait, maybe she lives in, like, a Stephen King town, so, like, you know, bullies just, like, pulling out knives and murdering people is par for the course.
Or creepypasta. That's more creepypasta. Yeah. That's still more of a creepypasta thing than Stephen King.
Yeah, Stephen King takes place in Perry, Maine.
At least Stephen King, like, gave explanations for why his bullies acted like that, to be fair. Like, he actually had the wherewithal to know that most bullies won't stab someone to death.
Yeah, fucking Derry was a hellhole.
Yeah, no, this can't be Derry. This is probably Delhi, Maine, or Produce, Maine.
Delhi, Maine.
Fuck you, go to Punjab. But at least At least Derry was a hellhole rather than just a nice neighborhood where kids just still happen to pull out guns and knives.
Yeah, also there is an explanation for why there's a chapter where it talks about it. Like he doesn't think that anyone else is actually really alive. Like he thinks that he's the only person that's really conscious.
There's a word for that. I don't remember what it
Yeah.
was.
It's a fairly cool explanation, to be honest. But also Randy doesn't have that, so moving along.
This is you, Kens.
Mink isn't gonna do anything to you.
You say, standing up for your pet.
You
found
literally
him
just found an
yesterday.
undomesticated rat.
Not even
That's not
yesterday.
okay.
10 minutes ago.
Approximately half an hour ago, you found this fucking rat, and it hasn't bit you yet. You're acting like it's been your fucking childhood friend for 20 years.
I mean, that's how I knew we were friends. You guys didn't bite me.
It didn't bite you through the fucking screen.
And that's like, when we finally meet up, it turns out the friendship was a lie the whole time. Kenzie just sees me, like, jumps on me and bites my neck open.
Kenzie's actually just like a fucking... like a Shoggoth demon. It's been luring us to our doom for the last 12 years.
And
12
she
I mean,
a
that's
years?
beside the point.
I don't know. I just say 12 years as like an insert. It doesn't matter.
Kind of started that way, but then I grew to like you guys.
Yay.
Okay, see, like, now, with that whole thing, though, I expect you to say, like, something like Omni-Man. I've come to care about you, like pets or something.
Yeah, fucking Kenzie's a vulture.
I mean, I didn't say how I viewed our friendship. I just said I knew we became friends.
Yeah, you're a Viltrumite, you're gonna betray us and sell the planet to your own people.
It's not because we never seen her. Because the people watching have never seen Kenzie's face.
Do I look like
you
fucking
know,
Hawk Woman? Or
no,
Hawk
you
Girl? It's Hawk Girl.
you
Well,
have a fucking handlebar mustache.
No, in Invincible, the Viltrumites basically do the same thing as, like, Hawkgirl did with the Thanagarians.
I know, but like I don't know that
Oh.
reference, so I went for a reference that I did know.
Why Hawk? How? It
because
doesn't matter.
she sells out Earth to the Thanagarians.
In the
Oh.
Justice League TV show.
We could be
that's
watching Justice
fair.
League right now.
We could, but
could.
instead,
Watching Batman Beyond.
we're reading this, aren't we?
Yeah.
When's Hawkgirl gonna get her own movie? Like I know Hawkman's
Hawkman's
in
in
Black Adam.
Yeah, he looks pretty
But
cool in Black Adam as well.
But where's Shira?
Maybe they'll get maybe after the DCU gets fucking Infinite Crisis and fucking rebooted, we'll get a fucking Hawkgirl movie.
See,
I nominate myself to play Shira.
I mean, you'd look the part very well.
I have a very prominent bird nose.
I mean, I didn't mean that, but
that's not what Manny implied. But
I know you didn't, but I do.
But I almost, as much as I love Shira, I almost don't want her to show up, because then it would get into, like, the ridiculously convoluted story of, like, Thanagarians tied to Hawkman.
Also, the ridiculously convoluted continuity of what the DCEU is, because fuck, I don't know what's happening at the moment.
No one does.
Anyway, hunting dogs.
Yeah.
Here's how I can simplify it for you. Go by Zack Snyder's versions. And only his.
Go by Zack Snyder's versions and fast forward through all the scenes with Urza Miller and then.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Amber Heard, God, she was in both, wasn't she?
Fucking ignore the first Suicide Squad movie and Birds of Prey.
Also ignore.
Let's all forget Birds of Prey exists.
I actually did until you mentioned it.
Yeah. To be honest, a couple weeks ago I was talking with my cousins and I didn't realize there were fucking 10 movies in the DCEU. Like, I was looking at the fucking Wikipedia, I was like, how are there fucking 10?
Bio-chan is ironically an OC Do Not Steal. Don't worry, Hawkgirl was a prominent character in Legends of Tomorrow Season 1. Every episode she mentions how she used to be a barista. God damn, that was worst hawk girl in history.
Also, I can't keep track of how many DC live action shows there are.
Too many.
The fucking CW, man.
Because then, like,
Fucking
someone would
CW.
bring up, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? Like, I remember I was reading something about Injustice, and, like,
No.
it was because someone was theorizing, like, oh, in the, like, in their battle intros, Captain Cold is very flirty with Black Canary, which I think might have alluded to their chemistry in this show. I don't remember the title of the show, and I'm like, what
Legends
the
of Tomorrow,
fuck is
probably.
that?
Oh no, Green Arrow?
No.
Oh, then Legends of
Uh-uh.
Tomorrow, definitely. There's only like 4, 5.
I haven't watched Arrow, even though I know I should. My uncles recommended it, and I honestly I did lose a bet because I promised him that if they incorporated the boxing glove Arrow, I'd start watching it, and he said they did.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah. I
But
mean,
I-
you can't have a Green Arrow thing without having the boxing glove eventually.
yeah, obviously, but I don't like their iterations of Black Canary. It's like why can't it just be
Yeah.
Dinah Land as the love interest?
I don't
Like
know.
The thing is, Arrow was good for a while, but even when it was good, every attempt they made with Black Canary was clumsy at best.
flat.
I remember first 2 seasons of Flash are good, right? First 2. I remember people really liking the first 2 seasons of
Yeah.
Flash.
Flash, I can see myself watching. I admittedly need to watch that.
Yeah.
You can watch the first 2 seasons because
And I know I need to watch Doom Patrol.
First 2 seasons of Flash are good. Third is like, let's get as dark as we possibly can, as like dark and depressing.
Dark and depressing as the CW will allow us to get.
Which was surprisingly dark and depressing.
I mean, they did make Vampire Diaries or whatever the fuck it's called.
Then again, Riverdale is dark and depressing, just unintentionally and not in the way you would imagine.
Oh, so I have a question. You just reminded me of something.
Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna keep procrastinating finishing reading, but this is a legitimate question.
We're almost done. We're almost through this chapter.
So, I just read an article about how they like call him a Riverdale actor, but I think clearly wasn't a prominent character because I've been looking. Like I looked to see he doesn't even have a Wikipedia page, but he was in Diary of a Wimpy Kid and Riverdale, and he's been convicted of killing, or he's going to be on trial, I think, for killing his mother, and it's just recently come forward that he planned on killing what's his name? Hang on. Why am I drawing a blank?
Archie?
No.
Yeah, Archie?
No, this isn't the character. This is the guy in real life.
I know.
Actor.
What the fuck?
Riverdale actor.
KJ Up.
Arrested. Here, yeah. Ryan Grantham and planned to kill Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. So, and I looked up on his IMDb. So his character's name on Riverdale was Jeffrey. Does that ring a bell?
Nope.
Nope.
It's hard to remember a lot of the secondary and tertiary characters when the main cast all have superpowers and are literally fighting the devil.
Because everyone was like, "Oh,
it's
Riverdale actor."
The devil,
and like
who wants to tear down the old diner because apparently that's like heaven's bastion and build a ghost train in the town.
Yeet.
What?
Anyway, Witch appeared. Yeah.
But he's always like constantly labeled as Diary of a Wimpy Kid actor, Riverdale actor.
Oh, and he's the guy. He's the guy who replaced Roderick in the third movie. He's the guy that got Not My Roderick.
Oh, fuck that guy.
Yeah. Okay. So, once again, to confirm,
I could never find him in any cast list for either medium. So it's like, why the fuck are they calling this guy this actor, this actor? He was like in probably one thing each. And he doesn't even have a Wikipedia page.
Jesus.
Not My Roderick guy got literally murdered someone. That's fucking...
With a little musical episode in the middle of that season. Please don't bring up any musicals. Bagel, I beg you. I beg all you.
Is this worse than
Shut the
Riverdale?
fuck up.
Is Hunting
Oh.
Dogs worse than Riverdale?
No.
All right, wrap this up.
Okay.
Actually, yes, it is, because at least Riverdale, like, the actors are good. They just have shit to work with. And
There's nothing good about
and
this.
they basically inadvertently admitted that they hate the show.
Cole Sprouse deserves better.
Oh yeah,
He
I'm pretty
does.
sure Sprouse has actually said he hates it.
Dylan Sprouse is so fucking base. Have you guys looked up Dylan Sprouse's what he's up to?
No.
He first and foremost, he voices a character in Warhammer,
Cool.
which that's badass. Second, he owns a brewery. He's a fucking druid, I believe.
Okay, that's just pathetic.
He owns a brewery. He is a druid. He voices characters in Warhammer, and yeah, that's about it from what I've heard. Which
But yeah,
good for. Oh no, he's a pagan. He's a pagan.
I just want to say though,
Good
for
for him.
Cole Sprouse, like, I love how much he fucking like derailed the show. So I think it was at the end of season 3, they do like a sort of a flash forward to Archie, Betty, and Veronica standing in the middle of the woods at night, like in their underwear, and they're holding their blood-stained clothes around a fire and like throwing it all into the fire, saying, "We never tell anyone about this."
Yeah, you've told me about that.
And yeah, well, this is for the people who don't know. Originally, it was supposed to be all 4 of the main characters that they had accidentally killed someone, but they filmed the scene at 3 in the morning, and it was like 30 degrees out, and Cole Sprouse absolutely refused to do it in his underwear, so they had to rewrite the entire season to the 3 of them accidentally killing Jughead. And it was from that point on that the writers decided they weren't going to try and make full season plots. They were just going to write the seasons as they went along.
Jesus Christ. Anywho.
So fucking based.
You say inadvertently as if they haven't just full out said it. I looked it up and it wasn't the new Roderick guy. He was Rodney, some background character.
Damn. Oh well.
Hello, Mr. Clark.
Hi. We've been off tangent for like 20 minutes.
Yeah. Alright, so, Raptor, your line.
It's a wet, carry disease, and who knows if Mink has any.
Technically, he's right.
Bio's right. I love how, like, him trying not to, like, stutter or twitch anymore, he sounds constipated.
He's trying to get it out.
No, Taco Bell is going to cure constipation.
Oh, good God.
Alright, oh God. He asks, unbuckling his belt, and you tear your gaze away from him since you figured he was getting undressed, but after hearing a heavy thud like metal dropping and nothing more, you figured it was safe just to check? Oh God. So what if you accidentally saw something? He is trying to murder you!
He's a serial killer that works for a demon.
You are well aware of what guys got hiding under their clothes. Author, you do not. You are not aware of that at all.
You've never seen a penis in your entire life.
Under their clothes, but to your relief, he drops the hatchets onto the floor carefully. Drops carefully.
Careful.
Same
thing, you know?
And goes over to the bed, crawling on top of it.
He like gets on all fours.
And that's the spot next to him!
This is ridiculous. Jesus Christ. No.
Yeah, this is absolutely a teenager writing what they think is like a seductive scene. Wow, you're so short. Well, at least you didn't plop them down.
Plop. Okay. He didn't plop down on the bed.
He He pats the spot next to him, though you would have to crane your neck as the wall was tilted like this room was meant to be an attic and not a bedroom.
What? Oh, I get what you mean, but stop.
But he looked comfortable anyways, so maybe it's not so bad.
He's a killer. Okay. Let's go. Crack knuckles. Let's go. Crack neck. You position yourself next to him, but not too... wrong too close. Keeping in mind of him having no control of his body, and also you didn't want Mink to get hurt. He's a fucking serial killer!
You're sleeping with the rat.
You couldn't
Okay.
put her somewhere else.
Okay.
You groan as your neck felt uncomfortable and started to hurt a bit from the weird angle.
How does this not hurt you?
You ask. He chuckles.
I can't feel pain.
You sure sounded pretty pained with that last one. You groan once more, using your hand to rub the back of your neck.
Stop groaning.
Please.
Lucky, it sucks to feel it. Giggity.
Cam, go to unforgivable jail. And for that, I mean because he said the rat stays on during.
That's an awful image.
What is wrong with you, Cam?
Someone tell me why I'm supposed to be intimidated with a teenager with turrets.
Turrets?
Yeah, I can imagine why you'd be scared of a kid with a turret, yeah.
Alright.
Minor spelling mistake, I win.
Yeah, but it's dangerous too. There are lots of things that come with my condition.
He sighs, resting his arms on his legs as he stretches them out.
And yet, none of those problems actually come up in the story.
Stretches them out, shoes dangling off.
Like, normally I would probably give, like, props for acknowledging it, but, like, it's never going to come up in the story what those dangers are for not feeling pain.
I'm guessing that something else comes up soon.
Why must you?
Unforgivable jail, Manny. Unforgivable jail.
Why?
I didn't hear it. I was too blanked out.
I would cover your ears. I would cover your ears if you were here. It's me. Where am I? Oh no. Is it Kenzie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it anyways?
You asked, thinking it would be
Is it my turn, or?
I'll just do this one real quick.
Yeah, do it.
Thinking it would be wise to get to know as much as just proofread. It's a little. Come on. You asked, thinking it would be wise to get to know as much as possible with someone you would have to share very close space with. And
no, not a very close. To share very close space with.
To share very close space with and would be in charge of you. At least that's what it felt like. He is. Literally,
she
your
really
kidnapper.
Doesn't plan these sentences through. It really is just a stream of consciousness.
Yeah, just a straight, just spewing words from her mouth for like 400 words.
Well, okay, not from her mouth. That's not how writing works.
From her fingers or something. I don't know. From her mind. Okay, Kunzi, you got it. Oh, actually, it's Raptor. Yeah.
A little bit faster, Raptor.
Congenital insensitivity to pain. And it can be difficult. I need to go poopy.
I like to die.
He says, fiddling with his thumbs a bit and cracks his fingers.
Same.
fiddling his thumb!
A habit you also had and got lectured about all the time.
Fuck
Good.
off.
Shut up. Don't try to fucking relate to the serial killer.
Also, who the fuck lectures you about cracking your fingers anymore?
Fucking 70-year-olds.
The sound and relief of his fingers made you instantly want to crack your own.
Just...
I thought it was good that sentence was going somewhere else. Thank God.
Instantly made you want to get down and...
You place Mink down on your lap, pressing your knuckles against your palm and stretching them out, hearing a satisfying crack in your each finger.
Yes, thank you. We know how cracking your knuckles works.
Does it just affect your body with the whole pain thing, or as
I remember
opposed
when
to
Mrs.
what?
As opposed to pee pee poo poo.
I remember when Mr. Sokka used his
That's
thumbs.
what... God damn it. Who's
Rather
gonna
like
use
glue
this
stick.
stuff?
Rather sounds like he's being sent to the Shadow Realm.
Yes, I am. Slowly,
Fighting.
one by one.
He's like trying to fight his way back into our world.
So, would you say that your fingers can act like, I don't know, a cephalopod?
For fuck's sake,
What?
Manny!
These shows give me
Continuing.
life.
Man, he's obsessed with this. He's obsessed.
It gives me life, to be honest.
You ask. Feeling. Kenzie,
hold on.
please. We're so close to the end of the chapter.
Oh, yeah. You ask, feeling generally interested as you would have to admit you have not met anyone, at least to your knowledge, who had this condition.
Yeah, maybe it's because it's one in a fucking trip, like 1 in 4 million.
No, but you don't really want to know other things, at least not yet, but that bit of information will do you good.
What?
I
Moving
don't
along.
fucking know. The corner
Doesn't
of his
matter.
lips curl up slightly, almost feeling safe enough to share something about himself. You nod, understanding. I don't know what's going on.
Why are you so trusting of this person?
You remember when this was fun?
Remember when he
First
threw you
chapter
down
when
the
this was
stairs?
fun.
like 2 chapters ago when he threw you down a flight of stairs with no sympathy.
No, Kenzie. I'm afraid I can't remember fun.
No fun.
Fun
What is
was
fun?
70
What is
years ago.
joy? What is intellectualism? What is smart writing? What is just decent writing? What is just comprehensible writing? I don't know.
Casual
See,
bedside talk with your kidnapper. Nothing wrong here, for fuck's sake.
You know, I'm looking across my room. I see Game of Thrones just sitting on like a table across from me. What I could be doing with my life right now. Anyway.
You didn't want to push it if you didn't want to talk about it anymore, though you did have to admit that it was such a strange but fascinating thing, and you didn't mean that in a way of an didn't mean that in the way of an asshole.
In the way of the dragon or whatever.
You didn't mean that in the way of an anus.
You
It
didn't
was
mean that in
only
the way of an
strange.
asshole. You suddenly thought of Mr. Sokka.
Yes. Yes.
It was only strange because of how different a body could function, and everyone was different, and it was new to you. It's just like,
Just
you don't have to write every single fucking little observation that comes out of your head and put it into a sentence.
You can let the reader, you can leave stuff implied, you know? The audience is smart enough to understand. Well, your audience clearly isn't, but most audiences are.
Can I actually take a moment for a sec? Just to, like, Manny, I know you don't necessarily like his writing, but this is just the book I have close to me right now. Just the opening paragraph of the book I have right next to me, Misery, by Stephen King. And this is what she's trying, just like, it's a good idea, because utilizes dashes and parentheses and actually questions. So here's what she's trying to do, but written by someone who knows how to write. Ahem. But sometimes the sounds, like the pain, faded, and then there was only the haze. He remembered darkness. Solid darkness had come before the haze. Did that mean he was making progress? Let there be light, even of the hazy variety. And the light was good, and so on, and so on. Had those sounds existed in the darkness? He didn't know the answers to any of these questions. Didn't make sense to ask them. He didn't know the answer to that one either. Like, see how much better that sounds?
It's like a little bit of effort can go a long way. Just you didn't miss much, Chris Duffy. They have to share a bed. Ooh.
And
then just-
he's still afraid of the rat.
Yeah, somehow. Yeah. We're something good on the stream. Yeah, thanks, guys.
Yeah. What you might have just heard, Chris Duffy, that was not from the story. I read the first paragraph from Misery, and just to read something better for a moment.
To remind you that there's good in the world.
All right, last sentence of my paragraph. Not that it was a scary strange. You wouldn't want anyone to feel like that. Not even your kidnapper.
Yep.
And for some reason, you didn't want him to. And a question was beginning to claw into your need for information. Like how the stories clawed into my brain.
Kenzie.
Why did you stand and offer to take me?
Giggity!
Phrasing?
You asked as he could have easily let the others take you, as they seemed more ruthless and while he was just unstable. He pauses, stilling himself for a minute as he considered what would be a good answer. Why would you have rather them take me? What?
You.
What would you have rather them take you? Never mind.
Doesn't matter.
You sigh, shaking your head.
SMH my head.
Hang on, I got lost for a sec.
No, that's...
Wait, do I have a line or?
Yeah.
No, that's
that's not.
No, that's not what I meant.
He rests his head against the wall, looking up at the ceiling as the house shook from the wind, making creaking noises from the windows and walls.
If you want to make it out alive, I'm going to suggest you do something since it's been my only way of surviving. Unfortunately, I know too much now.
Okay. You furrowed your eyebrows, no longer paying attention to Mink, as you now thought would be a female since you had a feeling, and she crawls around the bed.
Oh, glad
you
we
were
just
too
settled this.
But you were too soaked up on something that could be vital to your safety. That is...
I would like to read a passage from another good book I am reading, if I may.
Go right ahead.
Manny?
Yeah, I guess.
Is that okay? From the Island of Dr. Moreau.
Oh.
I stared at his face without attempting to answer him. He turned and went towards the door, regarding me oddly over his shoulder. I followed him out with my eyes, and as I did so, by some odd trick of unconscious cerebration, and I'm reading that right, there came surging into my head the phrase, "The Moreau Hollows," was it? The Moreau... Ah, it sent my memory back 10 years. The Moreau Horrors. The phrase drifted loose in my mind for a moment, and then I saw it in red lettering on a little bit on a little buff-colored pamphlet, to read which made one shiver and creep. Then I remembered distinctly all about it. That long-forgotten pamphlet came back with startling vividness to my mind. I had been a mere lad then, and Moreau was, I suppose, about 50, a prominent and masterful physiologist, well known in scientific circles for his extraordinary imagination and his brutal directness in discussion.
That's
See
nice
how
to
good
hear.
it sounds?
See how good writing can be.
I'm
I hope you guys understand that, like writing isn't all awful. You
I
can be good at it.
I'm sorry. All I can think of is that word you said. Just sounds like Mr. Sokka saying celebration.
Yeah, okay.
Celebration.
Okay.
I
That's
just
what
want to
you
know.
took away from that?
Nah, it's
What I took away is the fact that I don't
Kenzie,
see Marlon Brando anywhere,
Kenzie,
or his mini-me.
I've been broken. There is no hope for me.
where the fuck are we? Genuine, like geographically, I've
Yeah,
lost all memory of where I am.
now that he had your attention and you turned towards him, sentence fragment, he spoke, seeming the wisest person amongst the others. Okay. Among his group, okay. I mean that's a fucking low bar with how they're written.
Not exactly setting the fucking world on fire with his massive intellect.
I don't know if you
Among
heard
Us.
that, but that was the sound of me thumping my head against the wall.
Please don't do that.
We don't need you to go get CTE because of the story.
It's
Oh.
not going to do any more damage than this.
Bagel, no.
Among? Is it my turn?
Yeah, but Raptor speaks first.
Okay.
You better educate yourself, but never too much.
Yeah, something tells me this writer never educates herself too much.
You better educate yourself, but never too much. Yep, that'll ticky Toby wisdom. Jesus fucking Christ.
Okay. So, because we're actually, we have a little thing of reading some good literature, I wanted to read the first paragraph of the story Game of Thrones by George R.R. Martin. Now, the show might have thrown you off to the world and everything about this franchise, but the books are genuinely really well written, and I think this would be a nice little.
Okay.
Not to be
One
that.
more? Oh, I
Yeah,
would have wanted to
This
read
is
one.
going to be the last one of these.
Okay.
Yeah. Not to be that guy either, but isn't the series of the books called A Song of Fire and Ice?
Yes, but a Game of Thrones is the first book of the series.
More like a song of diarrhea and piss.
The morning had dawned clear and cold, with a crispness, I can't say that word, that hinted at the end of summer. They set forth at daybreak to see the man beheaded, 20 in all, and Bran rode among them, nervous with excitement. This was the first time he had been deemed old enough to go with his lord father and his brothers to see the king's justice done. It was the 9th year of summer, and the 7th of Bran's life. Yeah, so just to let you guys know, that there are well-written stories in the world, and that you can go and read them. After this, after the stream, of course. Okay, where were we? Oh, educate yourself, but never too much. Yep,
Yeah.
Nonsense. He says and looks directly into your eyes, holding his gaze for a moment before pushing himself off the bed. The warmth from his body leaving you shiver as he was no beside you anymore.
I want to die.
You
Not
look
for
down
me.
at the bed. You look down at the bed, trying to make sense of it all.
Manny, let's just compromise and let's just do it together.
Yeah, suicide pact. It's you, Kenzie.
How are you supposed to know where? What?
Nothing.
How are you supposed to know where the line ends? How would you know when something is too much? What?
I mean,
Well-
I think the only way this author can comprehend when something is too much is after she realizes, oh, I've poured half a gallon of milk into my bowl of cereal. Too much.
I've poured half a gallon of fucking gasoline into my cereal. It's alright, I can eat this. It's you still, Kenzie.
What happens if I know too much? You'll get a really bad headache and your head will probably explode.
Yeah, if you have more than two thoughts at one time, author, you wanting to know at least what to expect if you push too much. You are going to have to play your cards right. You wanted to get out of this alive. After all, who wouldn't? But you would. But would you be granted that choice? Huh?
Or I guess
Should have
you
respected women.
I guess you could have said, but would you be mead that choice?
Okay. Either. Okay. Yeah, it's E-Raptor.
Either two things can be for sure to happen.
That's a horrific sentence.
Either two things can be for sure to happen. Alright.
He says
Bye.
as he sits crossed.
Bye.
Yoda would
No.
read this shit and be like, shitty
Terrible
language
grammar.
this is.
He says as he sits
This
cross-legged.
is my turn.
Oh.
No,
Oh,
Kenzie,
okay.
that's what Yoda would say while on a ketamine trip.
And when
Why
people
is
in his
everyone on
Honda Civic.
ketamine to you?
What?
He was the
Because
first to
ketamine's
be on
funny.
ketamine. He was the first on ketamine.
You've been really fascinated with Yoda on ketamine lately, because now I'm just remembering the conversation you had with Kay.
Because of
It's
the
funny.
videos that Raptor and I used to watch about him doing that.
Funny.
Okay. He says as he sits cross-legged on the floor, grabbing his blades and taking a worn-out cloth out of a small dresser in front of him. The cloth coated with stains, no longer looking white. That's not a sentence on its own.
If or Musa be weaponized.
No, you are not doing Jar Jar Binks, Raptor, or I will actually shoot you.
No, I'm being like a big guy, like
Boss
No.
ass.
that guy.
Don't care.
It was just
Weaponized.
like the one thing.
We so don't like it the knob.
Rap, Manny, you will
I
also
was
get shot.
going to stab
Musa
myself.
be
Now,
punished.
now, to be fair, I said no more reciting anything good.
I'm glad we were all in
Back to
agreement that
hitting my head.
still.
That's
I'm
not a
glad we're all in
sentence.
agreement. The prequels are still really bad. Still.
Sucks. This syntax does. If Yoda read it, it would turn into normal speech. That's
That
how we
would make
figure out what this story's trying to say. Get Yoda to read it.
I mean,
that
there's
would
text
make
speech tutor
sense.
programs
But
out there.
Can I read?
Sorry.
That would make sense, but at the same no, it doesn't.
It does.
But at the
It's
same
never
time,
made
made
sense.
you more lost than ever. Join the club. Even if a small spark of hope ignited itself in you. That's not a sentence. Even if a small spark of hope ignited itself in you. Is that the only reason these men here were alive?
Jesus.
Did they know too much? What?
Manny's lost his gun.
What the
Manny's
fuck are you talking about?
Spontaneous combustion.
Manny has lost his goddamn mind.
Oh my
Like I
God.
did.
No, they did not know too much. Or were they or were they just unfortunate with their past lives, but had a sort of strength or specialty that made someone want to pick them and use them for their own? So, no, Slenderman did put them through an American Ninja Warrior obstacle course.
More like America piss off warrior. I'm funny. Please laugh at me, please.
Yeah.
Raptor, I'll
We
give you
set
a
up our
pity
own
laugh.
Ninja Warrior course in the backyard. Very expensive.
Raptor, every time you do make that joke, it just really makes me want to lovingly put a baseball bat to your head.
These two.
Jesus
At least I'll feel
Christ.
something.
Raptor, I will pity laugh for you and give you one clap. Ha.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It would be the time to start trying to question the others without seeming suspicious. At the moment, it only seemed like Toby was someone you could trust even very little. He pushed you down a flight of stairs.
Like an hour ago. Why?
Literally,
Why did the others forget?
actually, the Cody, who I still don't know who that is, and Eyeless Jack have been the nicest to
Yeah,
you so far.
Like, Eyeless Jack has literally been nothing but kind to you. He's got
Like, not
here.
even kind, just like kind of like in a clinical way, like your
Yeah,
doctor
he's been
does.
he's got good bedside manner.
Slenderman picked them because they were special, whatever that means.
Easily to manipulate.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
if we're talking special like this
Oh.
author.
Yeah. But Tis.
It was better than no one. But why would he want to help me? Good fucking question.
So you can see.
But what is the reason you want to help me? Do you
Thanks
have
for
something to gain from using me? Is there something you don't know?
Slenderman story. The Slender Mansion stories want to be the X-Men so fucking bad. Yeah, spot on, Mr. Clark.
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You ask, hoping you won some pawn in some sick game. He chuckles, cleaning the blade of his hatchet, getting rid of the blood and the mud caked into the edge. I know just about everything there is to know,
Ha!
but no.
But no, now.
But he pauses, resting the blade on his leg, looking down at nothing in particular, speaking lower than before and quieter. When he did decide to speak, he stared at the door like he was expecting something to be waiting on the other side.
So he stared at the floor, at the door, at the dinosaur.
From the sweat drip down my balls.
And then
All these
and then
bitches crawl.
And then Raptor bitch slapped him so hard for staring at him that Toby passed out for a week.
Can I go end in the end? Bye, everyone. I'm just kidding. I'm not leaving.
He stared at the door, and then at the window, and then at the walls, and then at the sweat drip down his balls. For all these bitches crawl, you know.
Yes, we
Like
all know the song.
Yep.
It's a good song though. Like there was something, some sort of hidden evil listening in and waiting for him to make the wrong move.
Don't you fucking dare.
Even if that was the case, as he felt as though there were no other options, everything had been taken away from him except his own life. What was the point of living if there's nothing to live for?
Same. I know. This fucking. I feel the same way. What's the point anymore?
But would it be smart to place all of his hopes on a random girl that didn't know much? He finally fucking admitted
an understatement.
and didn't even know why she was here because they want to kill you. And
I do want to point out one thing. I'm sorry to interrupt, Manny, but a random girl that didn't know much. Remember, this is the reader insert. She's calling us dumb.
Yeah, thanks, author.
God. Even if it was the case, he felt as though he was... Wait, no. Well, the story is making me dumb.
Story is physically draining the IQ points from you.
It didn't seem to have any strength compared to them or experience that they had. I mean, if this goes the way I think it's going, Toby's going to realize that you don't have any experience.
Oh, please no.
It wasn't smart, but sometimes you needed to be risky if you wanted to get somewhere or get something done.
I need your help.
He spoke softly, eyes still not leaving the door.
Why?
You ask.
Things need to change.
And he's William Shatner now. You both shared time staring at the door in silence.
They might as well be staring at a fucking wall, these two.
All right, let's get this author's notes out of the way, and then we're done, and then I can go read a book.
You guys don't want to do another chapter tonight?
No.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I just looked at the next one anyway. It's about as long as this one.
Oh, God.
I'm in awe of all the love and hearts this story has gained in the past few weeks, and I just wanted to say thanks. It really means a lot. Shut up.
You're not gonna have any heart by the time I'm done with you, Kalima.
So, that was awful. It keeps getting awful. It keeps getting worse.
The whole point
I think
of
my
Slender
spirit's
Man
been broken.
The whole point of Slender Man is the mystery, not this collecting a bunch of special kids to fight Zalgo. Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god. I know I shouldn't have done it. And I know you guys will tell me I shouldn't have done it, but I did it.
What'd you do?
What?
I'm looking at the comments, and specifically I'm looking at the ones for chapter 14. So
don't.
From the genius that is King Froggy the Third.
Oh,
Why the chapter's so well written, though?
Oh. Good joke, Kenzie. Good joke.
I wish I was joking.
I wish.
Wait, I always struggle to make sense and make it feel realistic, like how others authors do it, Tibba. But thank you, Zox.
Alright, like I wasn't trying to get... It is jumbled, and I'm sure we'll get spoilers from reading the comments too much, but I was only looking at the ones specifically for chapter 14.
Yeah, same. Oh, Russian. I'm glad more people than one read this.
Russian to do what?
Russian to fucking end my life, Kenzie.
Hey, comrade, read this good story called Hunting Dog.
When you're Russian for a drink, there ain't no Stalin. Get a Coke.
Hey.
Like
so, Kat, what do you think?
They think what we think. That was probably awful.
This
good
definitely
God.
listens to Playboy Cardi. Okay. Slenderman is literally just evil Nick Fury, isn't he? Oh, I'm begging for Ash Williams, please, just end it. Alright, well, that was chapter 14. No, we only have Ash Ketchum. Oh, God. So it's Ash Ketchum. He will eventually win, but it will take him 15 seasons to do so.
Okay, I'm not gonna do the joke.
Well,
that was bad.
Honestly,
did not like.
Honestly, disappointed that there was no more Cody, aka Mr. Dink.
I was disappointed I didn't get to do my hoodie voice. Sorry, hooded man voice. Because, let's be real, I killed that fucking voice.
Coke is capitalist imperialism, which get you sent to Gulag.
Jesus, good God.
Glad. Which reminds me, only 2 more days and I get to watch... Oh, fuck, no, never mind.
2 more days and I get to escape this gulag.
No, I was gonna say more Stranger Things, but no, they were like, no, you only get half the season, ha ha ha!
At least the other half?
I gotta watch
yeah,
it.
they're gonna have the other half, like I think in fall.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, man, fuck that. I don't want
I'm
to
used to
watch
that,
half a
though.
season.
I gotta watch I've heard Kate Bush more than I've fucking heard anything about the story about the fucking season, but I gotta watch it. I know.
All right. Well, what I will say, what I can watch in 2 days is people. Just tune into our streams. Never read the story yourself. What you should do is you should go and watch The Boys and oh, my mind went blank.
You should also read The Island of Dr. Moreau and Misery, two books I'm currently working on.
You should
and
watch
a Game of Thrones.
You should watch The Boys and The Orville, which both have been fucking fantastic these seasons.
I heard Miss Marvel was pretty good as well.
No, it's a complete flop, as always.
I heard good things about it. But
then they are wrong. I will never allow anything good to be said about that piece of shit character.
Anyway, go read a Game of Thrones. It's a good book. George R. R. Martin's probably never gonna finish it, but you know, the ones that are out are good. And subscribe, like, comment.
Please, all that jazz. Make this worth it.
Subscribe to me so I can get monetized. So I can get money. I'm struggling, guys. For real.
Yeah, because man, you and I are both so close to getting 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah, maybe if we like combine our fan bases together.
By our fan base, by your fan bases combined.
Our powers combined.
I am Captain YouTube.
If we combine our two YouTube audiences, we'll have 1/10 of enough to get a fucking monetization.
Captain YouTube, he's not doing a very good job, honestly.
Captain YouTube, he's a neckbeard.
Give us
the
golden
guy.
platinum trophy thing, whatever it's called. I don't know.
The author's probably never heard a Kanye song. Heh.
All right,
that's a weird one.
Well, thank you all for joining us. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe. And we'll be back next time. Same bean time, same bean channel.
Good night.
Good night, guys. Have a good day. I had a mental breakdown 2 days ago.